Hey, what's going on everyone? Dave here with more Super Mario 64. I know it's been a while. I wanted to give enough days between the last episode and this one, to kind of give you the time to answer, any questions you guys, to ask any questions you guys had. And I guess maybe it's just, oh, whoops. Go back to sleep. And take down. Alright, awesome. We're doing the 100 coin missions, and I suggested that you guys, maybe ask some questions, just so, pretty much so I would have some commentary fodder for the time we're going to be doing this, just in case I run out of things. Unfortunately, it looks like, the regular viewership isn't, big enough, and it seems like I only got one question asked, and I guarantee you guys, I'm not, mad about that, because that's whatever. It's just now I'm just worried about what I'm gonna talk about the whole time. But big thank you to Fox Seraphian for asking a question, so I appreciate that, and I hope to address that in as long as a time as I possibly can while I try to figure out what else to talk about. I will say, just, as I mentioned for the game, Womp's Fortress, it's actually a pretty good one to get the stars on. The 100 coin star on, because all these piranha plants give off blue coins, which are worth 5, so you can rack up the points pretty nicely. Okay, let's just get these. But, yeah, Fox, your first question was... Oh, yes! Your first question was, what degree did I ultimately end up with? That's a hard question for me to answer. I mean, no, it's an easy question to answer. I finally majored in film studies, but a lot of people who know me understand that I hopped majors a heck of a lot when I was in school. Oh, let's see, what are these? Oh, they're right there. Awesome. I hopped majors a lot at school. I started out as biology, and you can only imagine what kind of path I had to go on to get from biology to film. So, I had done musical theater in high school, so I was already pretty, I enjoyed entertainment, so it's always been an interest of mine, as you can see by the videos that I do here. And I found that, I always enjoyed biology as well, because, I just found the human body, and I realized it was more so the mind I found fascinating, because it was AP biology that made me interested in it. And I realized that what I liked about biology was the stuff I was learning about Maslow and Skinner and all that. Oh gosh. Okay. You can get coins by these guys just by stepping on them for a little bit. But ultimately, they'll stop giving you money and you'll just need to break them apart. But that's how you do that. I didn't even have to get very high to do this, so awesome. One down. But it was things like Skinner and Pavlov and all that stuff that made me interested in biology. Maslow was actually when I studied psych. But those things are actually related to psychology, and I didn't realize the distinction, or at least how clear it was, until I started taking biology and psychology classes. I stayed with biology for a while because I realized I wanted to... At the time, I wanted to become a psychiatrist. I was kind of pretty dead set on that. And after, a while at school... Okay. After a while at school, I wanted to make sure that, I was on the right track. Because, I learned a lot about what it took to become a psychiatrist. Basically, a medical doctor that can prescribe medicine in addition to clinical consulting work. Okay. And so, the whole couch therapy thing, ooh, that was close. The whole couch therapy thing really appealed to me. I really love psychoanalysis, and I'm into Freud and Carl Jung and all that stuff, all that good stuff. And I realized, as much as clinical work attracted me, and I did want to become a psychiatrist because prescribing meds just makes you money in that field, I realized what I actually wanted to do was not that. Realizing that residency, which all medical students have to do, takes a while. Medical school itself takes a while, and it's expensive as heck. It was one of those things where, I didn't want to devote years of my life to becoming a doctor and a psychiatrist, then to spend 2 years in psychiatry and realizing that I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to get stuck in something that I didn't want to commit to it, basically, is the long and short of it. Come on, slide, Mario, slide! Okay, there we go. Alright, awesome. And this should definitely well make up for it. So that was the story of me deciding I didn't want to become a psychiatrist. And I don't even need the rest of them. Let's just take this and get out. So after I realized I didn't want to commit myself to that, I was like, well, great. You know, I mean, I always loved, you know, entertaining people. I did musical theater all throughout high school. I didn't want to keep doing theater. I knew that. I didn't like the people in theater. I didn't want anything to really do with that area in general. So I realized that film was much more attractive. Let me backtrack a little bit. Actually, I didn't really get to that point for a bit of a while. Because, oh, this one's going to take a while. Awesome. Because all the coins are scattered throughout Dire Docks. Or is this Jolly Roger Bay? I'm an idiot. So I was still a little bit more, like, traditionally oriented when it came to careers. And I thought that Wall Street would have been a good place for me. Whoops. Oh, okay, I got it anyway. So I actually decided to major in economics. Oh, I want that. I want that. Give it to me. Oh, grr, shell. Oh no, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Open up. Open up, sir. Okay. Now I just need to get, like, a red coin. Like that. Or, well, no, not like that. I would have enjoyed more time with the shell. Okay, come on. So yeah, it was pretty short-lived. I don't know what made me think I wanted to be like a stockbroker or investment banker, but it entered my mind for a little bit, and I became an economics major. I switched majors to economics. At the same time, I was also doing some media stuff, just elective-wise. More on that later. But it didn't take me long to realize I didn't want to get into this, especially because one of the required classes for our economics major was this class called, well, a statistics class. The one I decided to go with was behavioral statistics, because I was still coming off the psychiatry thing. That was a psychology elective. And so I thought I'd bang out my requirement for stats with that. And so after spending a horrendous semester with SPSS, and it's the one class I have a C on in my entire college transcript, and I'm so miffed about that. Like, I tried so hard to bring my average up, and it was just, it was, like, down there. I graduated magna cum laude, but still, I think that was the difference between, summa and magna. But I'm not too bitter about that. It's not like I really needed a crazy GPA. I'm just achievement-based. So after, you know, that tiny stint in econ, I really enjoyed econ. I did like it, but I didn't want to major in it. So I dipped that into a minor, and I started taking more media studies classes. I was very briefly in this major called New Media, which was kind of a catch-all media program for people who are exploring the different media disciplines, from graphic design to who knows what, like, pretty much everything under the sun you could find. And, you know, the film studies, film production, sound design, all that stuff. So it was like a catch-all program. And after taking elementary media studies and intro to cinema studies, I realized I was much more passionate about film studies than any of the other subjects I was taking a look at. So I decided to gear myself exclusively towards film studies, and I became a film studies major. And that was probably the best decision of my life. I still ended up with a minor in economics, and I was going to double major in econ. Whoops. I don't even know why I'm doing that. I was actually going to double major in economics and film studies, but instead I was kind of running out of time, and I think I still needed to take the stats class, and at that point I just didn't care about it anymore. One more coin. I need one more coin. Come on. Seriously? Oh my god. Well, we're going to find this. I will find that coin. But what was I saying? Yeah, it would have been more work to take the double major. So what I actually decided to do was snag a minor in economics with the classes I already taken, and I took like 2 extra classes for a screenwriting minor. So I had, by the end of my college career, I had a film studies degree with 2 minors, economics and screenwriting. And technically, because my school only allowed for 1 minor, sorry, wow, 2 minors. Oh, please give me a coin. Is this the red coin up here? Yes, okay, thank you. Jesus. Alright. Oh. Double star. Okay, ooh. I feel like I just impaled Mario. Oh my. Okay, I thought it was stuck in there. Okay, let's exit there. Awesome, we got 3 100 coin stars. Not bad, not bad if I do say so myself. We don't need to go back into the Bowser level to do that, so we're actually going to move on to just before the basement, Big Boo's haunt. But I just want to wrap up what I said before I end the episode off. What was I talking about? Booze! Too much booze! Oh, I remember, because I was only allowed to take 2 minors in college. Like, the school wouldn't, like, register if you had a 3rd one. I actually did technically have a minor in philosophy as well. I took a lot of psychology classes because of that interest, and I also took a lot of philosophy classes because it was just fascinating to me. I also took a lot of literature classes, but that was just out of pure interest. I took a lot of classes out of pure interest, guys. I even took like a white-collar criminal, a criminology class in white-collar crime, and that was a grad class. I just took it because, you know, out of pure curiosity. And so I was a really curious student, and technically, I had all the requirements for a philosophy minor, and I just didn't get it because it was that. So I studied a lot in college, but ultimately, those 3 things are what I ended up finalizing on, and I'm actually kind of glad that I'm able to do camera work for Let's Playing and stuff like that, so, because that was really interesting. Now, I know, Fox, you also had a couple other questions, so I will address those in the next episode. Thank you all for watching, and for now, this is Dave out. Peace out.